Hey everybody, welcome back again to Pouring Broke. This is part 2 of The King. Let's get at it.
Yes, sir.
Hey world, welcome back again. I'm Brad, your host. I'm with
Anthony.
Again, my man brought the what?
The King.
The King is here. The King is here. We promised. We let you guys hanging last time, but we are back and in full effect today.
But this is going to be the 2025-17 year King of Kentucky. This is actually bottle 6 of 34 at 134.4 proof.
Picked it up at the gas station?
Yeah, quick
Yeah,
trip.
it was just right there. Yeah. Just right at the quick trip, huh?
Yep, it was right. It was behind the counter. I had to ask the lady,
Oh, she was nice enough to reach back there and grab the old 25 King of Kentucky, huh? Short barrel, let's go.
Behind the cinnamon rolls and shit back there, but
sure. A bunch of dust on it, just been sitting around forever, huh?
We're going to try this, man.
Man, let's see if you can get
These
this
things
open.
these things are beasts.
Yeah, if you need a pliers or some shit, I got some vice grips.
Jesus.
I almost had to go get the fucking toolbox.
You ready for this?
Fuck, I'm ready. Are you kidding me? Whew. You hear that?
Yeah.
Hold on, somebody's here.
What?
Who's at the door? Let me...
Of course.
And I,
What?
What?
Of course.
Sorry to butt in, guys, but I heard that and I brought my plan.
I heard,
Sneaking in,
I heard that.
just magically happened to be, driving by. I heard that.
The King of Kentucky pop heard around the block.
King of Kentucky pop heard around the
So
world.
6 of 34, right?
Yeah.
You gonna do the neck pour this time, or?
Hey, I'll be more than happy to do that.
Oh,
neck pour.
shit.
Here we
Oh,
go.
shit.
Look at this. It's on tape now.
Here we go.
It's
boss.
on tape.
Oh, you're more than
Wow.
generous. More than generous.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
give me a little
we're
splash.
trying it, man.
That's right.
Come on now. Come on
Get
now.
myself here.
All right.
All right, I'll just cheers, boys, and then I'll get out of your hair.
Right on, my man.
you just came by for that, huh?
Hit and run. Look at his head.
I'd sit
and
all
run.
day, but you know me.
The King is here.
All right. Cheers, boys.
Proof
Yep,
Street
so
Walker.
much.
Proof Street Walker.
Walk it out.
Oh, my
Okay.
Lord, dude.
Yeah. So the first time around in the last episode, on the first nose, I didn't get a whole lot. And what I meant by that, I just didn't get a whole lot of, it maybe just hadn't opened up for me yet. Because the second time around it really did. But this, holy shit.
Yeah, this is giving me that 2021 first time I had King of Kentucky nose
Yeah?
here.
Because that's the
banger.
That's the one you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's barrel 8. At 134 flat, which would make sense. This is 134.4, but I
Okay.
mean,
Sure.
man, even your table's getting blessed here.
See that, dude? I mean, there's $50 a drip on the table right there.
We're seasoning this bad
That's
boy.
right. See the vinyl table. Okay.
Jesus.
Here we go. Put it back right here. Look at that color on that. I mean, you're not going to be able to pick this up right here, but I'm looking at it through the glass behind it, and it is a apple red.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit. That's got a really, really aged color to it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can try and get it in the camera here. See how close we can get, but I mean, that's some juice there, man.
That is some apple juice. Some of the most expensive apple juice I've ever seen, but some apple juice color nonetheless.
Man, I'm fucking stoked off just the nose on this thing right away, man.
What are you? What's the first? What's your first response? What's your first response right away?
Every time every time I open a King or go to pour some or pay for a pour somewhere, and I first smell it, the King has like a very unique smell. And when I smell that, I just get excited. Like
You can pick it up. I mean,
Yeah.
it does got a distinct smell. It's got the age to it. It's
Yeah.
definitely got the age to
Yeah.
it. Man, the compliment though from both the nose back to the palate, it's interesting because I like when a bottle is a little complex in a way where it challenges you not to say, hey, it's cherry or strawberry, but this one challenges me between the palates. It doesn't seem to be that the front is different than the back, that kind of thing. It seems to all just kind of melt together.
Man, I'm definitely getting some sweetness on there, but it's definitely old. It's definitely high proof.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting.
Yeah, if you ever have an opportunity to get your hands on some of this, in places where they do have the pours, when you can, jump in on any year. If you have one, if there's something available that you can get your hands on, do it. It's a fucking treat.
Oh boy,
It's a fucking treat. Look at that.
all right.
I'm just loving you holding it there because I can see it right through the glass door.
You can see it just
Yeah.
coating the legs on that thing, man.
Yeah.
It's like oil.
Well, shit, it is. It's
And
viscous, man.
Where that shows up too in the mouth is my entire mouth gets coated.
Yeah.
There's just like a film almost.
You can literally sit between sips on this for minutes at a time because it's there and it stays there. When you said it's coating, shit, the hug internally, it's not finished yet. Talking.
Yeah, you don't.
It's not finished. I don't need to go in for more right now.
It's not like a shelf or a bourbon where you take that sip, you get the flavor, and it's gone.
And then you need that flavor again.
You could sit here for a little bit, and it changes up on you while you're tasting it, right? My first King of Kentucky, the one I was been telling you about, I smelled that thing for about 25 minutes before I took my first sip.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah,
you said
was
you had
just-
nothing but smiles on your face and
I was
shit.
just sitting there at the bar, just smelling the thing the whole time. It was awesome, and this is giving me that vibe right now.
Man, well, what a fucking treat.
And after I had the first sip, and now I'm getting back to smelling it, and it's getting really oaky.
Yeah, it's telling you its age.
I mean, I like when you get to that like second, third sip,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
the burn is gone, or the burn's a little bit more subtle, and then you get to the flavors right away.
It's a subtle hug, which is it's a subtle burn hug that I'm getting, but not a painful burn hug, but just a reminder that it's coated, man. It's fucking 5W40 or whatever the hell it is down in there because it's staying, the flavor's staying. I'm getting it on the nose. I'm getting it on the nose again after it's gone all the way through me.
Dude, this is a banger, dude.
I'm tasting it through my nose palate right now.
The second fucking sip there is like I'm fucking loving this. I mean, you see me I'm just smiling. There's like that's when you know. Okay, first of all, paying this much for a bottle. I mean, I don't recommend it. It's not like I want to go out and spend all this money.
No, we recommend getting in position in your life to where paying for this bottle isn't a big deal. We recommend that.
Yeah, but it's like when you taste it and you have an instant smile, like it makes it worth it, right? If I was to crack this damn thing and be pissed off, or it tasted like ass, then I'm gonna be pissed off, right? But that second sip, man, it is just getting better.
You know what I'm really interested in? I wonder if we popped another one if the Proof Streetwalker himself would just magically appear again because
Just magically show up.
on the next time around, man, I'm gonna have to get his thoughts on this one, man, because that's fucking. I'd be interested to hear what he had to say about it. Fucker shows up and disappears like a thief in the night.
Yeah. See you guys.
Heard that?
God. You know, what's nuts? I don't even need to get it to my nose to start smelling it.
No.
I'm 2-3 inches away from the glass and I can smell it.
And it's not a heavy ethanol smell. It's a I don't know. Yeah, there's a little bit of ethanol to it from even from this point, but it's not like an overwhelming where it's just the ethanol. It's like the ethanol hidden within the notes that are just showing you that it's there.
So obviously I don't drink this every day.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I thought this is just what you did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm not Joe.
Got it. So speaking of that, we have a special guest. We promised him last time. We're delivering him this time. You see a couple bottles here right now. You want to see like 40 or 50 of them? Let's fucking go.
Here we go.
I can't help but notice, and everybody else won't be able to help but notice the backdrop you got going on there. If you'd like to give us just a quick background before you jump into this shit, man, let us know what's going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're just, a lot of King of Kentucky's obviously, right? So, I mean, everyone gets I mean, I get excited obviously because it's a lot of King of Kentucky, but I feel like I have a lot of solid bottles back there other than King of Kentucky. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. I
you
mean, I
know,
see there's a lot of Parkers.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm
some
like a
heritage
huge
back there.
Parker's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge Parker's fan, especially the older stuff.
Okay.
Batch 1 through 4, Promise of Hope, all those. I'm a huge fan of the older William Heaven Hills too. Before we like became more mainstream and stuff like that. Michters 20. I don't know if you guys can see up there, but there's a bunch of older Willets off to the top
Yep.
there. What else? I can even carry the laptop if you guys want a quick tour. So,
It's your
here
show.
you go.
Keep it easy,
So,
dude. Look at that stuff.
yeah, so
Damn.
all of these are like
GTSs up
my
there.
yeah, a bunch of older GTSs. I gave away most of my newer GTSs. So those are like, I think 2006, 2009, 2010, 11, and 12. 12 is one of my favorites. And then all the older Willets, some are Weeder, some are the Brown Foreman runs, which people call the 7-800 run. Um, and when you kind of hit it, when you've done it for a little bit, you end up buying a lot in the beginning and stuff. You start figuring out the profiles that you like, the flavor profile, and you go like, all right, I'm like really into a lot of oak, I'm really into a lot of brown sugar, but the cherry note's not what I'm chasing. A lot of people like that. So people who like that funky cherry note that like Wild Turkey has, or the
So
stags and
say,
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm just not. It's just not for me. It's just
No.
I just learned it. You just try a lot of things, and so anyway, that's why I like a lot of the Willet 7-800 runs, because those were Brown Foreman distilled back in the day, and then they put them in bottles and whatnot.
Hang on.
So
This
yeah,
is a perfect example of why we have you on. I didn't even know that.
Brown
I
Foreman.
yeah,
didn't even know Brown Foreman
And
ran.
I was going to talk that
Yeah.
the connection between the two, but continue, man.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I can talk forever, but you don't need me talking forever. But yeah, I mean, so Willet bottled a bunch
Talk
of.
forever. I get told to shut up all the damn time. So please go right ahead. Talk forever.
Yeah, so there's a couple of different runs that Willet has, for example, that they sourced Brown Foreman barrels back in the day. I'd say early 2000s, maybe, depending on the year and age and whatnot, and when they came out. And there's the 7-800 run that people talk about, and then there's the 1400 run. Those are the two most popular ones, and they taste
When
very similar.
you're saying like the 7,800 runs, is that like the barrel number starts seven,
Yeah,
eight?
yeah,
So okay.
yeah, yeah. Here, so like, I'm gonna try not to make a mess. So like, I don't know, like this one, for example, it says barrel 790.
Mhm.
So this was released, and this is a block letter and a wax top. So this was picked by 1789B. They're pretty popular. Everyone knows them. They did a lot of great picks back in the day. So this used to be one of their runs.
Bangers, dude.
What else? Yeah. So here's another one. So this is the 1400 run. 1400. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So that's another supposed to be a Brown Foreman run.
Okay. Okay.
There's some exception here and there, but
And
so
some
yeah,
secrecy.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Joe,
yeah. So yeah, yeah, they're very secretive about like their stuff, right? I mean, these are all speculations. If you ask Drew and whatnot, the family, I mean, they'll never disclose where they came from. But I mean, if you know the flavor profile, you can really narrow it down pretty quickly.
as I'm
But
listening
yeah,
to this and I'm seeing all the purple tops, you know what? I feel proud for a moment right now because I believe that I have a purple top that you don't have.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
which one is that?
4 year, the chauffeur.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
saw.
one that was just released for like 40 bucks. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
oh, dude,
the $50 4 year
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. So listen, so they were, so it was a big thing here in our town because I live in a small town in Kentucky, but it's still Kentucky. They're trying to always go for trying to rip people off. I hate to say it because of it's bourbon country and whatnot. So they put them out for 80 something plus 80 before tax, and we have a 10% tax here because we have like the sales tax and we have liquor tax on top of that. So it ends up being like $90 for a 4 year willet.
Yeah.
And it's not selling. When you start pricing
Yeah.
stuff like that, a 4 year old for $90, it's not going to sell, man. So it's
Well,
been sitting on the shelf for a little bit.
I mean, do you have like 18 to like 23, 24, 25? Like what does the collection look like behind you with the King of Kentuckies?
Like, how many do I have?
Yeah. How many do you have? Like, I'm sure you have
Oh,
some 18s,
oh
2018s.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got a
There's
couple.
I thought there's
Yeah,
maybe
they're right.
like
So,
I
so,
heard there's only
so,
like maybe what 10 unopened in the world.
well, are you talking about the 18-year-old that was released in 2022? Yeah. So there were
Oh no,
about
no,
two.
the 2018.
The 2018 release.
Yeah.
So I think that I have it on. See, I've got a tracker. I don't know if you guys know about the King of Kentucky tracker. So
You
we've
Yeah.
got
just showed me
one.
the
Yeah.
spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So in 2018, there was about 960 per the press release, 960 bottles released. So it's under 1,000. It was supposed to be 16 single barrels, so 16 different barrels, and then different yields and whatnot. I've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and picking up a few here in the next couple weeks. You know, they're not highly sought out. Here's the thing. I mean, they carry a value because they're like they're the inaugural release and whatnot. But if you ask most people who drink them, it's not the best year,
That's
honestly.
not the one they're looking for.
No, 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 definitely not. Not definitely not. It's not worth what is it? I think it's going for three and a half right now on
Mhm.
secondary.
Yep.
I personally would not. I mean, I see them all the time. I don't pay for that. I mean, there's no way I'm paying that much because it's just not good. Because at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm gonna end up drinking these or whatever, and I don't want to have a lot of the stuff or
In
pay
your own
that much for
country
the.
when you decide to offload them. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, if there's a joke that goes around. If I ever decide to offload, the market's going to get a little messed up. But but
it's
there's
interesting that a single person can actually
Do that.
affect the market by himself. Let's go.
well, there's like in reality though, there's a couple of us. I think so. There's and I don't know if you guys know. There's like two, maybe three big like King of Kentucky guys. One guy is like actually off secondary, and I've only heard about him. He's from the DC area. He's got a bunch. I'd say bunch like, and then I don't know if you guys know Scott in
I
Cincinnati,
was
and he's
just
got a
gonna say
bunch too.
Scott Neiman, I
Yeah,
think is his last. Yeah.
Niemeyer. Yeah, and
Niemeyer. Yeah.
he's got a ton. So I mean, between the three of us, I think there's about 300 to 400, if not more, King of Kentucky's somewhere sitting somewhere.
Your as far as the whiskey journey in general, what was
Uh-huh.
that first? What was that moment? What was that moment? You're like, you know what? I'm a whiskey guy or I'm a bourbon guy. Was it your Buffalo Trace? Was it? I mean, what leads you to King of Kentucky and the other unicorns that you have back there?
You know what's crazy? So I think so I moved to Kentucky in 2020, and we're originally from like Detroit area, but so I was a beer guy. So I was never into bourbon, and I moved down
We all
here.
started the same way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was a beer guy, craft beer, whatever, IPAs, all that good stuff. So we moved down here, and somebody got us like a housewarming gift or whatever. It was one of the managers at my work, and I was like, "Oh, is it going to be beer?" And she's like, "No, this is Eagle Rare. You're in Kentucky now, buddy." And I was like, "All right,
Blends or yeah, okay.
yeah, yeah." I got an Eagle Rare bottle, and I tried it. And I was like, "Man, this is really good." If you've never had it, it's such a good drinker. And if it's low proof. It's actually pretty sweet. It has that cherry note that everyone likes. I think it's very appealing if you've never had it before. But I think what really got me into bourbon, so this was about 2020, right? So mid early COVID was Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Barrel A120. It's my absolute favorite of the newer batches of the Elijah Craigs. A lot of people don't like it. I love it. It's like I still buy it right now. Anytime I see it, I'm always going for it. Because there's just not a lot of them left, and a lot of them were
Craig
actually
has some
shipped
damn good bottles.
overseas. Yeah, I mean, the A120 it was sold for $65, and it doesn't really have. I mean, right now on secondary it's about $150, but yeah. So a lot of guys like the B520, and some people like the C920. I just really like the A120, and that's when I started like. I'm like, all right, but I bought a lot of bad things in the beginning too. I mean, I just got rid of a bunch of them recently. I gave
Yeah.
them away. You start. I mean, I'm pretty sure bought Widow Jane Apple Brandy Finish back in 2020 because I thought that sounded great.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah,
more into
but
the as far as your palate and your notes, you're more into the oaky side, you said, not necessarily
yes.
the fruity side, huh?
Mm-mm.
Same.
Dark
Yeah.
notes. I love dark notes. Dark notes, brown sugar, oak. I mean, I love oak bombs. A lot of people don't like that tannic flavor. That's where I'm at.
And that's a big word coming around nowadays too. You know what I mean? So here's a question though, too. Question and a statement at the same time. Tell me why you hate Michter's 20.
I don't hate Michters 20. Whoever said that? Listen, I will
No.
say though. All right. So here's the thing, right?
I saw
So,
your collection. So I
yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah.
we have people around here
So,
looking for them, and we just can't seem to get our hands on those either. And you seem to have half of the collection in the Midwest. So
I mean, you know who gets a lot of them?
who's it?
California.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I think they get the biggest allocation of Michters 20. I mean, we don't get a lot of them here. We didn't. Our town didn't get one. They didn't even get one. So we have like six, 5 or 6 liquor stores. We didn't even get one.
Yeah.
So I think they go. A lot of them go to California and DC area and Florida too. Florida gets a bunch of them too. But yeah, I mean, we were at this tasting and just recently for whatever, this was back in the summer, and we were trying Michter's 20, Michter's 25, and Michter's 25 rye, which is like everyone goes crazy of,
You've never seen
can
it,
I
right?
cuss? I don't know, like people jizz
Yeah.
all over the
Fuck
fucking
shit, damn it, yes.
yeah, yeah. And I was like, all right, this is gonna be great. Here's the thing, I'm not a huge fan of rye. So we tried them. And Michter Celebration too. I know this was for charity, right? If you can buy a seat, and the proceeds all go to, I think it was St. Jude at the time,
Yeah.
and the person who had all the bottles just donated the pours to the people there. So there was like 10 of us there. It was a great event. And I'm pretty sure I ranked Michter's 25 over Michter's 20. It's just what I like because I like oak. 20 is a sweeter profile, 25 is an oakier profile. And I ranked the rye like third, and then celebration was like last. So I wasn't
So have you so Shively or wherever Brown Foreman is outside of
Shively.
Louisville? So
Yeah,
have you been
yeah,
there?
yeah.
Have you been
No, I
there?
actually haven't. Mm-mm.
No.
No, I've never been.
And the reason
And
why I
Michter's
ask,
there too.
and the reason why I ask is because I mean, people haven't been there. People don't know much about it. There seems to be a select group of people that do. Obviously, you have to have the means and the connections to get these bottles, but just a little insight in regards to what you know and what you can uncover about some of the myths and maybe just some of the misnomers that are out in the market about the bottle right now, or about the brand, I should say.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously the brand's owned by Brown Forman, right? So that's like their premium product, kind of like the Van Winkle for Buffalo Trace and Sazerac and whatnot.
Times.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the mash bill that's in King of Kentucky is the early times mash bill, and it's just been there since the early 2000s that they've sat on all these barrels, right? And some of them, and I hope I'm not getting this wrong, and hopefully I don't get fact checked, but at some point they were heat cycling the warehouses, which Old Forester used to do that, but then they stopped because things were aging too fast. So some of the warehouses are actually, well, most of them were heat cycled, and then they stopped doing that at some point. I'm not sure at what year they stopped doing that, but they did. And that included both Old Forester barrels and the early times barrels. And so every release has been from a different warehouse. If you look at the Old Forester single barrels that you get, it'll say like warehouse G, warehouse J. They're the same warehouses. But and then there's warehouse O. There's only one King of Kentucky that came out of warehouse O. And that's the 18 year. That's the 2022 18-year group, what some people call like gold stamp or whatever. I just call it the 18-year, but that's the one that came out of
Like the
warehouse
really
O.
the gold foil with the
Yeah, yeah.
18 in white. Yeah, yeah.
Right, 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 right. So that's the one that came out like whatever. And there's only 210 of them that were released to the market. That's it.
So then, how do you have 230 sitting back there?
I don't. There's a guy that has a bunch of them. So, way more than I do. I have like 4 or 5. I can't seem to find more, but they're expensive. I mean, they're really, really expensive.
They're just not on the
Eh,
shelves and they're not attainable as well, right?
Well, I mean, when you have, if your end's 210 bottles, I mean, supply, yeah, sorry, demand's way oversupply on that one. And it's
Yeah,
just going to keep,
yeah.
the price is just going to keep creeping up. Every time you open one, it's gone. What's crazy is what really got me into King of Kentucky. It was actually this, I'm sure you guys know this place, Evergreen in Nulu, which is like
Yep,
the
yep.
bar. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. A lot of bourbon geeks love that place where um there's a great bartender, or there was a great bartender there, and every week they'd go through a bottle of the 18 year, and they used to sell an ounce of that for $75. The same year, the 2022, whatever it was, a 15 year, they sold that for like $50, I think, at the time, and the 18 year was 75. I have pictures from like 23, what is it, 22 or 23 when I was there at the bar. Like every time I'm up there, I'm having a drink. It's always that because it was $75. You can't go anywhere right now and get that for $75.
Hell
There's
no.
no way. There's
No.
no way. People are selling it for like $300 for a pour, for a shot, for an ounce.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and you start drinking the good stuff and you go like, man, this is a really good product, for what it is. And I always thought it was way better than, when you're a noob and you're trying to chase, like, start wanting to chase the premium stuff like Van Winkles or whatever, and you put a Van Winkle on one hand or an Eagle Rare 17, and then to me, when I put a King of Kentucky on the other hand, I was like, man, they're not even the same league for me.
Hell
When they're
no.
proof down, I mean, when they proof them down for me is like a no-no, it's just
Well,
they're already loose.
that's actually a great point because you know what? I mean, one of the questions would be, BTAC series versus any pick, take your pick of the King Kentuckies. Even with
Yeah.
the 2025 GTS, it's actually
Mhm.
hazmated. Um,
Mhm.
where would you? I mean, where do you rank the King of Kentuckies in regards to anything that you can get?
Depends on
And
the
when you
year,
say
right?
that, and I know that's a broad question, what I mean is, what would be your King of Kentucky pick, and what would be something else that you'd put that up against if there's anything close?
So GTS 2014, GTS 2012, the older GTS 2009, those older ones, right? Those were all hazmat 17, 18-year-old GTSs, right? Those are great. Those are like one of my favorites. William LaRue Weller, 2009. That was Bernheim. That's one of the best. And any of the older Willets, like, I mean, those are the ones that really, I think, honestly, I probably think the older Willets, the Weeders probably would be the King of Kentucky. But I mean, they're a whole different price tag too, right? They're like two, three times the cost. But if you're going in that range of secondary pricing and value, about $1,500 to $2,000, I'd say would
Wheelhouse,
be
yeah.
the older GTSs and the King of Kentucky right up there. But I don't think I can put any of the newer GTSs against any of the current King of Kentuckys, honestly, or the William LaRue Wellers. None of them. I don't think any of them would win in a blind. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know. That's just my opinion. GTSs are great. I'm trying to. I mean, the older Parkers are great. Those are roughly in the. So blend of mash bills is about 14 to
Yeah.
1500
I've been
on
looking for
secondary.
that one.
Man, yeah, it's one of my favorite. The
When they
weeded
come
bourbon.
out, when they're up there, they're fucking gone, dude. Like
Oh, dude.
minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Blend of mash bills. Man, it's one of my favorites. Blend of mash bills and the weeded one, which is it's like a 10-year, supposedly 10-year, but it's the wheated bourbon, not the wheat
Oh,
whiskey, because they have a wheat
yeah.
whiskey as well. I think this is
That's
number
right.
four. So these are like one of my favorites. I love the 27, but the 27s now you're in the 3,000 range, right? So it's not you're not comparing apples to apples anymore. I think this year, I hate to say I think prefer the M20 over the current GTS though. Current King of Kentucky.
The 25 M20, you're saying?
No,
You've had
no,
it already?
yeah, the 25 M20. Yeah. Mhm.
And so you've had it already?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm almost done with it too, but
So what bottle do you hunt that you can't seem to ever get your hands on? If you
at a
could,
reason,
and you want
at,
within reason, right?
yeah, I mean, at a reasonable, I mean, I'll tell you, I really want a Michters 2012 Michters 20. I really want that, but it's $20,000. I'm not going to spend $20,000 on a bottle of bourbon. Um, but I always watch it on auction. I think the ones that I'm really looking at right now are probably the older bullets, from back in the day, the Weeders, the Bernheim Weeders and whatnot. So there's the 17-year-olds, and then there's like the 22 and 23-year-old. They're the C barrels and the B barrels. And then there's a couple different codes for them, but those are the ones that that's what I'm looking for. And here's one of, I think, low key one of the best ones.
What I'm trying to get to. This is
Yeah.
the shit I'm talking about.
So William Heaven Hill. So these are um Brown Forman distilled Heaven Hill mash bills. So this was after the fire. So when they were transitioning back, because Jim Beam helped them a little bit, they put out a couple of Evan Williams and stuff like that under the Jim Beam helped them a little bit, and then so did Rob Foreman. So all these distillers came in, they were helping them, get back on their feet. But so they were still making barrels and whatnot. I think these were, I think what I read was 60-gallon barrels. So these are smaller barrels, and these are hazmat. So, well, one of them is 144 proof, 15-year-old Heaven Hill that was distilled by Brown Foreman.
Yeah. Right.
It's good. Like if I see one, I'm pretty sure I made a comment yesterday. I said I'm looking for one. I'm looking for the lower proof of the two because I haven't had it in a
Lower proof of the
while.
two. It's not a hazmat.
No, actually there's a 107 or something or 104.
Okay. Okay.
So not I've had that quite a bit, and then there's a 135, and then there's a 144. I'm about to kill the 144, so I wanted something different. The 144 can be a little bit overwhelming. It needs a lot of time in air, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can really tell it's got that heat down there.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. There's some hazmats that don't drink as hot, and then there's some that do. And I feel like a lot of time you just need, timing and a little
It's
bit of air.
interesting because just a few years ago you could count the hazmats on one hand.
Yeah,
And now there seems to be 20 or 30 of them out there, and they seem to be punching down, which is great. It's dangerous at the same time. You're getting
yeah,
a lot more of the note instead of the ethanol. And what a good time to be alive. You get some you get some hazmats that actually have a note that you can taste instead of, hey, this shit's just going to start my car for me today. That's about all it's
yeah.
good for. So,
Listen,
no, that's
so
it's a good time to be alive.
so you guys are like from Wisconsin, right? So you guys are from the Midwest. I don't know if you guys have heard of Mayor Pingree, which is like the
Yep.
Detroit-based
Yeah.
brand. It's a bourbon brand and whatnot. So they source a lot of MGP back in the day. And recently they've been putting out like hazmat after hazmat after hazmat. I mean, it's been like 142, 145, 148, 157. There was one that was 157. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere in the bunker. And I'm like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like a 12-year-old MGP at 157 proof. I mean, obviously I think they're heat cycling. I'm thinking they're heating their warehouses.
Because it has to enter the barrel at maximum 125. You can't enter the
Correct.
barrel. How it
Correct.
comes out, it's going to be whatever, but you're not supposed to be able to label a bourbon over 160 proof. But
Correct.
if it goes in at 125, it can be. I mean, how the hell is this
Yeah.
happening now, though? Now all of a sudden, just now that these barrels go nuclear and we're just seeing them over and over again. You make a good point. It's probably a heat cycling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there's another brand. I don't know if you guys know them. Um, shit. Well, they're Nulu, but they have a label called New
NULU.
Louisville. Yeah, well, New Louisville, and they also have like 10 and 11-year-old MGP bottles. And I'm pretty sure they have a bunch of hazmats. Like every single one is a hazmat, or all the newer ones. A lot of them are hazmats, and I'm like, I'm sure they're heat cycling. That's probably what's getting the proof up there.
I got a little bit of beef with New Louisville.
Yeah.
I'm an
Oh
old
yeah.
Louisville fan. I love
Are you?
Louisville.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And they
yeah,
roll out a new Louisville. I'm like, come on, man, why you got to do that, right? Like,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
no, old Louisville's legit too. So, but
Yeah.
MGP, great
Yeah, I
barrels.
mean, all these guys, they're great guys. They all did what everyone else did. They sourced a bunch of barrels, sat on them in warehouses, and now they're putting them out.
Yep.
You ever involved in any picks?
Yeah, so we've got our club down here, and we do a bunch of picks, but honestly, it's so hard to get rid of them these days that it becomes almost like, and because I end up paying for the barrel, so you want to move the extra bottles, and
What's the name of the club you're in, man? I mean, obviously, a guy with your palate, dude, like with a shelf like that, obviously you like the good shit. Like we know if you're
yeah,
going to pick out, we know if you're going to pick a barrel. I'm like, I'm probably going to try that.
If you want to shout it out,
Yeah.
yeah,
shout it out, man. We have a small following. Who knows, man?
Yeah.
Who knows where these
yeah.
messages reach?
Yeah, I mean, it's just our local club called Cumberland Bourbon Club. It's based out of here, but there's a lot of people from out of state and whatnot. So if they need anything, I can always, find somebody to give them bottles and whatnot. But it's a nice club. We do about 3 picks, I'd say, yeah, 3 picks a year. And it's mostly a lot of stuff from, hey, there's a bottle here at this store. If you guys want to go get it, we give each other tips on where the bottles are and if there's a good deal somewhere. So we've got a blind going right now, and I don't know if you guys know Kevin Carlson. He's one of the social media, he's like a TikTok / Instagram guy. So what we did, and this is kind of a cool thing to talk about, I think, is I collected about 22 different barrels from 2024. So, the blue label ones from last year, and what I thought were like the best barrels. And we're blinding
Right
for
here.
different people. Yep, that one. Yep. And so we're blinding everyone. 22 different samples from different barrels. And in 22 and 24, there were barrels that came out of warehouse J, and then there were barrels that came out of warehouse G. I've been very vocal since last year that I love the J's. I'm a huge fan of the ones that came out of warehouse J. So today we're doing the last round, which is we have to go through the last 11 samples and we have to rank the top 5. Kevin already ranked his. He got his top 5 before because he had to. I think he's somewhere on a cruise or on a vacation or something, so he had to get that done. And then there's 2 or 3 of us that are supposed to do that today, and then we're gonna get the scores together and see which was like everyone's favorite barrel, or is there overlap? And it's all blind. Like I don't even know till I'm done. I'm gonna pull up the answer key and then we'll find out.
That's what's up. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing that next year also with the 25. So that's what over there, those little samples over there. That's going to be for next year.
Before?
No, this is the first time we've ever done that.
Okay. All right. Well, to say it's going to be interesting to see where you guys all land. And
Yeah. But I think a lot of us ranked, at least eliminated the same samples. I don't know why.
So there's a consistency in some of the bottles that you guys all just have identified.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, I think they're all J barrels, but I don't know. We'll find out.
You, Joe, man. But now, can we put one up right here quick?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Cheers. Appreciate your time,
Thank
guys. Sorry, like I can nerd out about this for like 3 hours.
Shit, I like talking about the stuff. I like tasting it. Obviously, I like drinking it.
Yeah,
but at the same
for
time,
sure.
I like getting feedback from different parts of the different parts of the world, different parts of the country, but different parts of the palate. I mean, you have a King of Kentucky palate. I don't only because I haven't had the opportunity. Every time I've had it, I thought it's fantastic. I'm learning more and more about it. I
don't know. I love it, but I'm very honest. I still say there were some barrels that are a miss. A lot of us will say that. Some barrels are a hit every single time, and some barrels are a miss, and you just have to accept because these are single barrels, right? So you get what you get, and then. So probably the most common thing I get in my DMs every day, should I buy this bottle or have you tried this barrel before? And I'm like, man, I've tried a lot, but I haven't tried every single one.
That's an interesting question too. It's like based off where are you coming from? What's your journey to this point? What are your characteristics? What do you like? Then I can kind of direct you. Now, say if you're on an island and there was the 35, $100 or less bottles, where would your palate take you?
For less than $100?
If you just had a bottle under $100, which one would that be if you only had one to choose from?
Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, without a doubt.
He did say that earlier.
He did, but he was talking about the
you passed the lie detector test. That's
right.
what we remembered you saying that earlier, and we wanted to follow up, make sure you're good.
Yeah.
You do check out.
Yeah, we did.
For less than $100, 12-year-old Heaven Hill product that's barrel proof, no brainer.
But Joe, man, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your insight, your feedback. I'll be in touch with some samples for sure. And also, we would like to circle back at some point in time throughout the course of the year and touch base on the market, touch base on the product, and then just anything whiskey related in general.
Yeah, cool, man. That sounds like a great time.
We got to talk about the batches next.
That's right. I think
that's going to be a good one.
Dig deep into the batches.
Yeah, that's going to be fun, actually.
Joe, thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. And
thanks a lot for your time, guys.
No problem. Look forward to connecting again soon, my man.
Have a good one, man.
See you guys. See ya.
Peace.
Bye.